We are back and still getting to know our contestants through their profiles. I will still be chatting to Miss Mwangala, who is former Miss Zambia 2016. However, you guys can still jump in and join the conversation on our social media platforms. That's Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. We are at Miss Zambia. Something interesting about those two profiles that we just revealed is the age. And I know this year you had worked on that. It was new game, new rules. Yes. But how young is too young?
How young is too? That's a good question. I don't know if I've ever thought about how young is too young. But I could make reference to our age limit this year, which was between the age of 17 to 28. In the past, it's actually between the age of 17 to 26. But we increased it 2 notches higher to accommodate more people, to accommodate more queens. So, yeah.
Okay, so as a pageant, and of course being part of this pageantry, one of the things that were highlighted in one of the profiles was COVID-19. And obviously I know that affected the pageant in a way, in that it had to be pushed forward, if I'm not mistaken, due to the fact that you had to meet all the precautions and make sure everybody's safe. So what do you think you are doing in order to make sure that everybody stays safe, in that they're going to be moving into the house also?
Yeah, COVID-19 did affect many people, did affect many industries, and the modeling industry is one of those industries that was equally affected. And sorry, just to mention, another interesting thing we see about these profiles is how even in their individual capacities, they were affected with some of the work that they were doing, and how they've sort of structured and trying to see how they can move forward with that. So with the Miss Zambia, also trying to see how best we could bring out a message of how we've come out from this pandemic, which affected the whole world, and how we're moving forward, trying to beat it. We will show a lot of clips. You have to make sure you keep watching the Miss Zambia, the Road to Miss Zambia show, to see just how the Miss Zambia organization and the queens this year are taking part in trying to make sure the country and everyone watching is sensitized about COVID-19, and just what we could do to make sure we stay safe in our homes and even in other places that we visit and go to on a daily basis.
Okay, and something else that I also would like to highlight is the fact that Miss Zambia entirely empowers the girls. It does not necessarily have to be the winner. I know they go through certain stages and there's certain activities they do that help them stay empowered, like you're self-efficient. And one of the girls just mentioned how she had to work herself through school and of course become entrepreneurial. What are some of these activities that you ensure, or when you were during your time, what are some of the activities that you were meant to do that actually helped you become better and also self-efficient?
Entrepreneurship, entrepreneurship, entrepreneurship. I say it 3 times just to show how important it is.
Yeah.
It's amazing to see so many entrepreneurs this year, and we want to embrace that, of course. And during the course of my training through our year, we had a task where we had to find our own projects, visit different corporates, intern with them, and learn different skills and different ways that we could probably grow ourselves. And I feel like for me, that was the highlight of that season, because I put in so much work in making sure I did my best. I remember interning at a radio station on the Copper Belt, and it was amazing because they were coming with open arms. They gave me a show where I could talk about the charity projects I was doing. We literally picked up, I remember it must have been an orphanage, and we went out, mobilized people to come in, it really showed me how easy it is to mobilize a team of people if you're passionate about it. And we want these queens to also know the same. And it's not just about charity projects, but like you mentioned, even when it comes to entrepreneurship, there's so many skills you can learn. And we've seen one of the girls talk about how she went to school after high school. She taught herself. Yes, she taught herself. She joined a few corporates that trained her in marketing, and she's managed to sort of pay for her school. Yeah. So we want to encourage that. You could learn a skill on the internet, you could learn a skill on YouTube and use it to build yourself.
That's great. However, you guys can still join the conversation. We are active on all social media platforms. That's at Miss Zambia on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Let's get more into reviewing the profiles.
Hello Zambia. My name's Vanessa Okevwe-Chinyemba. I am a 23-year-old student pursuing PR at National Institute of Public Administration and a mobilization director at an NGO called The Zambia I Want. I'm passionate about helping other people become the better version of themselves because it gratifies me to see people improve and overcome challenges in their lives. I'm motivated by myself because I believe it takes me to get things done. With that being said, I look up to Mzingamelu. I feel her ambitious drive that has taken her to the top has encouraged me to ascertain that women can surely aspire to achieve so much more. I represent the young women in my society because they go through so many challenges like low self-esteem issues and the pressure of living in a world that is now run by social media. I advocate for the standards of living of the people in my community because I believe communities have the potential to help themselves by using or sharing the resources they have. Thank you.
Hello, my fellow patriotic Zambians. My name is Taonga Zimba, a 25-year-old student at Roku University, pursuing my Bachelor's of Education in English and Civic Education. I am highly passionate about education and modeling. I feel this is the only way I can give back to society. My observation dealing with the younger generation, the pupils, I have observed that there is a rise in number of substance abuse and teenage pregnancies, including early marriages. I have taken it upon myself to sensitize the youth, the younger generation, to stay away from bad vices. My Auntie Veronica motivates me. She sees the potential in me. This is why I am here today. I am here also representing the dark-skinned woman out there with low self-esteem to believe them in themselves, to have the confidence that they too can do it. If I am here participating in the beauty pageant for Miss Zambia 2020, it means they too can be out there. They can shine also. Thank you.
Greetings Zambia, I am Turiela Kaniki, a 21-year-old student pursuing a diploma in business administration. I am highly passionate about education and entrepreneurship. I believe it's important we take steps in investing in both. Over time, I help donate clothes in orphanages. Seeing the joy on the children's faces warms my heart. Therefore, I realized I need to do more. Hence, I came up with the Give for Good campaign. This campaign will donate school materials for these orphans going to school, thus fulfilling a better learning experience for them. I am motivated by my mom, who's been my pillar ever since I lost my father. I am greatly honored to be a Miss Zambia 2020 finalist and can't wait to let you all see the real authentic me and by God's grace serve as your Miss Zambia 2020. Thank you.
I love it. We keep meeting interesting contestants as we review the profiles. Something that I have also noticed from the contestants since we started reviewing the profiles is their interest in just social, economic, or political issues, to be precise. One of the contestants just spoke about substance abuse among his children, which is an important issue, even being taken off the world of pageantry, and just to see that somebody's taking an interest in ensuring that the kids is safe and that there's just a message and awareness put out there. How does Miss Zambia ensure that these messages are being put more out there and that the girls are also having a platform to get their messages out there more?
It's very interesting to see the contestants this year all passionate about different things, and substance abuse being something that a teacher is passionate about is also quite interesting. We want to want to give this platform. Firstly, again, let's remember, some of these ladies have already come in with things that they've been passionate about before they even auditioned.
Yeah.
And while the crown is an amazing thing to achieve, most of them also want this strictly for the platform so they could push their message and drive their cause. And we are just glad that we are able to provide that platform for them and have it here and say, look, this is what we have for you. What are you going to do with this stage? Yeah. So to hear these messages, we just want to buy into that. We want to help them in whichever way possible. We want to make sure that the country is listening to what these queens are doing. This is someone who's aspiring to be the queen of the nation. If she's going to talk about something as important as breaking substance abuse among children, it's something that we're definitely going to buy into.
Amazing. Also, another thing, you spoke about people being inspired. I know you're going to build these girls to a certain level. They came as they are now, and you're going to work on them a bit more. But how important is it that they come a little bit motivated? Because I know some people would be solidly dependent on the fact that they're contestants, and it's your duty and your job as part of the Miss Zambia to ensure that they are motivated or inspired. One of the girls just mentioned that she aspires and looks up to Miss Ngamelu, which is very amazing. If you ask me, it's very profound that you actually have somebody that you look up to.
True.
How do you make sure, or how do you think the pageant makes sure that these girls they stay motivated and also they aspire to be something more than what they are right now?
Okay, so firstly, we don't want to impose someone that you should be inspired by. We want to see the inspiration from you from the get-go. So if you're going to come in and talk about how this person inspires you, we want to see that reflect in your journey. So if I'm inspired by a particular Sue, I want to make sure everyone should see that. Everyone should sort of see what exactly inspires me about her, or what do I do that one could easily pick and say, you know what, she does that probably because the person who inspires her. So we don't want to come into this and impose on anyone to say, you know what, you have to be inspired by this person. You have to be able to live. You could be inspired by someone, but it's always also important to remember to be original.
Very true.
Be yourself. It's okay to be inspired, but don't try to be someone else, because that person is already taken. Exactly. You have to be yourself. Find something about you which is different from the person who you're inspired by, and just be your unique self. Let people remember you for who you are and not for someone who you're inspired by.
I love that. Remember, you guys can join the conversation. You can let us know what you think about the profiles this far, and of course about the contestants. We are on social media. Those are all of our social media platforms: Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. We are at Miss Zambia. Let's continue reviewing the profiles. I think we have a bit more to go.
We have a bit more to go. Let's do this.
Hello Zambia, my name is Annie Lupia. I'm a student. I want to advocate for the modeling industry. Throughout the years, the modeling industry has suffered greatly, that people have so many misconceptions about it. And parents out there cannot let their children join the modeling industry due to the misconceptions that people have. But as a child that I've always had dreams to stand up for those that cannot speak for themselves. And I want to speak for the Miss Zambia. As your next Miss Zambia, I want to advocate for the right of a child, because a child is the most important person. If you train a child today, you're training the next leader for tomorrow. Thank you.
Hello Zambia, my name is Asibusisi Wachirwa. I'm 24 years old. I'm a fitness trainer and I'm a volunteer at Rural Women's Assembly Association. I would like to help women and children with the issues that they face, and also encourage people to take up more entrepreneurship roles. Thank you. My goal is to advocate for children that are living with disabilities, promote diversity, and to fight for equal opportunities for these children to have access to medical health services. I've been inspired to be a medical student because of my life experiences. I want to give back to the community. As a Miss Zambia, it's going to be a great opportunity to give back to the community. I want to fight for, equal opportunity for every child living with a disability, to bring back smiles to children that are living with different kinds of disabilities such as cleft palates, cleft lips, hydrocephalus, and scoliosis like the disease that I had. My passion is driven from the life experiences that I have had. Thank you.
Hello Zambia, my name is Mlenga Mumba and I'm 23 years old. I'm from Lusaka and I'm a child of God, raised by a strong woman who I call my mother. I'm passionate about a number of things, if you ask me, but philanthropy is one of them, and I'm especially inclined to nature. What I do in my day-to-day life, I educate people, my generation, future generations, and people older than me, basically, about the importance of sustainability. I go around in schools educating children about the dangers of plastic pollution and what it could do to our earth. Also, I have a brand that is called Ragged. It's also based on sustainability. It's a thrift clothing brand that I built. It's a startup. It started as a startup, but it fell into my passions because everything is in alignment with each other. Also, I am biased towards tourism. I am a photo artist. I like to promote tourism in my own perspective and how I view it, using my lens, my camera. That's how I like to promote tourism. Bantu nalishwa ifi ubukumo bwatipela lesa bukankala sana. Eicho kutsinatemwa obuyantanshibwa konkanyapo. Ukulingana nefyo lesa apange chalo chesu cha Zambia. That's why I would like tourism, promotion of tourism rather, to continue in my reign if I'm crowned as Miss Zambia. Thank you.
So that was the last set of contestants and profiles to be reviewed. I must say something very interesting in general about the contestants that you have. Personalities, they vary from person to person. So how are you able to juggle that and just deal with everybody?
It's interesting. I think it's the best part of pageantry. You have a variety of queens, a variety of characters, different personalities. It's what makes for TV, by the way. So, and also for the pageant, you just want to see something different. You don't want to see one person in different bodies. You want to see something different. So it's amazing. I like it.
I also like that the beauty standards this year were pushed beyond, and that we had to have almost every woman included, so for them to just feel beautiful. Also, something that I want to address, or I would love for you to speak on, is the misconceptions that are just around pageantry in general. I know for sure that a pageant queen is somebody that's an intellect, they're smart, they're passionate, they are a people's person. They're out there doing the works in the community. Like, you literally become a servant, you offer a service to people.
Exactly.
So how do you think you've been able to deal with misconceptions that's around the beauty industry generally?
It hasn't been easy. So I'll tell you that it hasn't been easy at all, because I feel like some of these things just come down to the environment you live in.
Yeah.
And we are in an African setup. A lot of things are hindered because of culture and what our tradition believes. And so most people will always look at pageantry as the way that women are going on a stage to parade themselves, which is not what it is. I think we always have to remember why they are called beauty queens. Let the word queen just sink in for a while. You know, I have to think of what comes to mind when you hear the word queen. This is someone who's well put together. This is someone who's well mannered. And I think this should also be a platform for people to be able to differentiate between a model and a queen, because there is a very big difference.
I agree.
And these are queens. These are not just your ordinary model, but these are beauty queens. So this stage, this platform is going to be a great opportunity to break those norms and show people just what a beauty queen actually is.
Exactly. Thank you so much for coming through, Mangala. It's been such an amazing chat. You've brought so many things to light, and I'm pretty sure the viewers have also been enlightened. Remember, this year's Miss Zambia's rules. Remember, this year's Miss Zambia's theme is new game, new rules. Things have been changed, and of course, we'll be watching the ladies live on Mozo TV. We have been reviewing the profiles, but remember, you guys can let us know what you think about the contest, or should I say the Miss Zambia pageant thus far. We are on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and you guys can find us at Miss Zambia. Remember, you can let us know if you have a favorite contestant thus far. However, you guys have not seen the half of what we have in store for you. So until we see you guys again, bye.